Hello and welcome to Fun Fresh Friday. I know
Yes,
it's been a week.
it has been a week. It has definitely been that.
It seems like Friday got here very late.
It did. But the days felt, it was bizarre because the days felt like they were flying by, but the week felt like it was crawling by. And it was
Yes,
bizarre. But
very,
yeah,
very. I kept on talking to my husband today, and he said, "You're 5 days behind." I was like, "What?" But
you thought it was
anyway,
Saturday, huh? Right?
right, I'm 5 days behind.
5 days
So
behind.
welcome, and we are going to bring in our dear friend here, Stefania.
There she is. Hi, Stefania.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
This restream is a mystery.
I
It's a
know.
mystery.
Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It just, Lord have mercy. And we have Monica
Wow.
Reed. Hey, girl. I
Hi,
miss you.
Monica.
I miss you.
Hello.
Happy Fridays, Netta. What in your hair looks amazing. Have fun. Thank you,
I
darling.
know your hair looks
Yes, it
lovely.
hurt. Yes.
Oh, wow. Looks
Yep.
lovely.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Looks
Thank
very
you.
nice.
And
Thank you.
Rhonda's.
So
The
let me do this so that we can, there we go. That's a
There
lot
we
better.
go.
I
Yeah.
don't like that close up.
It's like,
At least make me look a little thinner.
ain't nothing happening with these cheeks.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
so
Oh
we like
man.
to welcome you back on Fridays. We are so happy because it's been a week. I don't know about any of you, but it's been a week for me. Rhonda, she said it was the same thing. It was crawling. What about you, Stefania? How was your week? How has it been crawling to get to Friday?
crawling? No, actually, mine just got here just like that. Seems like yesterday we were together. Don't you feel that? Feels like I was just
No,
chatting.
no,
uh,
no, no, not at all. Oh my she
Oh,
said,
thank
"Oh,
you.
look, beautiful ladies. Hi,
Oh,
Nat."
thank you.
That's my daughter. I call her my
Of
daughter.
course.
She's not really my daughter, but she's my
Mm,
daughter.
of course.
Yeah. So let's do some shout outs. Let's do some shout outs. Do you have a shout out? Stefania.
yes, I have a shout out to the lovely Catherine and Brent. I want to say hi and a welcome. I'm sure they'll be popping on, hopefully, or they'll be checking the lives. They've been following Fun Fresh Fridays, and they've actually been,
Awesome.
yeah, lots of great feedback. So, which is why I'm
Awesome.
just like trying to get them to, hop on the show as we do.
Yes. 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 So welcome. Hello, Catherine and Brent.
Yes,
Okay.
great.
Awesome. Rhonda.
I do. I have two. One is Tanya Biglow. Today is her birthday, so happy birthday, Tanya
Happy
B.
birthday, Tanya
Happy
B.
birthday.
Tanya B. And the other one is Deborah Jones. So we're all birthday buddies. Our birthdays are all this month. So yes,
Wow.
literally a week apart.
Oh, wow.
So Deborah's was on the 5th, and then today is Tanya B, and then mine is next week. So we're
When is
literally
your,
a week apart.
when is your birthday?
It's the 16th, ma'am.
Oh, that's right.
Hmm.
Oh,
I
you
was
just
just
say, oh, that's right, like you remembered. Stop it.
No, you're
Stop.
you're you're a day behind my brother. So my
Oh, a
brother's
day
17.
behind.
Yeah, my
Mhm.
brother's 17. Speaking of my brother, I would like to give a shout out to my brother
We'll see.
in the Philippines and in San Francisco. They
Oh,
sometimes pop in. Hello, big
hmm.
oh,
bros. So I do have an announcement.
Ooh.
We are also now live on Twitter.
Ooh.
so
So
we're
I don't
waiting
know how
then.
it's going.
We are tweeting now.
Yes, we are now tweeting. So I don't know how. Oh, yes, we are live on Twitter. Yes.
Wonderful.
Oh my. Okay. I just took a look at my Twitter feed and there it was. So Restream has been doing a lot of wonderful things, and they're adding a whole bunch of stuff. LinkedIn is still a little bit kind of, sluggish, but we're working it through. Um, so today, the
Mhm.
topic that we're going to talk about
Yes.
is the power of belief.
Mm,
Hmm. What
Mm.
comes to mind when somebody says, "What is your belief system? What do you believe in?" Is it automatic religion? Is it automatic your culture? So what is it? What comes to mind when someone says, "What do you believe? What's your belief system?"
That's interesting.
Ah,
Because the first thing, well, I come from a religious culture, so
mhm,
um, but one of the first things that came to mind is a belief that the truth prevails.
mm,
Hmm.
mm,
Like I really believe that the truth always wins,
mhm. Okay.
and I've experienced that. The truth always wins.
Always,
Always.
yes, always. So what about you, Stefania? We're gonna delve into that.
mm,
You've experienced that. Don't think that we're not gonna come back to that, Rhonda. So we're
mm,
gonna come back to that. Stefania, what comes to mind when somebody says, "What is your belief system?"
mm. Well, I couldn't agree more with Rhonda. I have to piggyback on her about, you the truth always prevails, the truth always comes forward. So belief system. Well, we have many beliefs. We believe in religion, we believe in spiritual things, we believe in self. I think it's all a combination of all of it. Depends how we want to characterize it. I think,
Mhm,
everyone may not all be religious or may not all be spiritual and magical in that way. Some people just believe in themselves, but then there's a connection to where they're getting that belief from. They're not solely on their own. I strongly believe that you believe in yourself, but there's also a source from somewhere, whether you want to call it God, whether you want to call it creator, universe, religion, whatever. But we have that innate um, uh, flame, I think, inside us that if we allow ourselves to tap into it, we have that power of
mm,
moving forward because you
mm,
have that belief system.
mhm.
Um, I don't know. I think this topic couldn't have come at a better time. I know this was like, I didn't know until this morning, till I saw that, and I thought, oh, MG. Wow, I love this topic because this resonates with me, particularly this week. And I want to thank you, Rhonda. Was it Rhonda or Zanetta who brought it up? I'm not sure. Both of you. Oh,
This was
Zanetta.
all Zanetta.
Zanetta. Thank you. Thank you. This belief. Yeah, great topic. So I look forward to talking about it more with you ladies and
Awesome.
everyone else out there. So thank you.
Awesome. So both of you are correct. When we talk about belief, there's that belief of, it majority of the time it goes to religion. It goes to some spiritual aspect. It
Mm,
goes to some entity that is not seen but governs how we are and how we make decisions and uh, how we do certain things, how we don't do certain things, how we engage in certain things, and how we don't engage in certain things. We're not going to go that route tonight.
mm,
Darn. So, the route that we're going to go is influence.
influence.
of belief. Have someone influenced you to
Mm.
believe something
Mm.
and you took it? Ooh.
That's very good.
Yes, I like that.
That's very good.
How appropriate. How appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love your minds, Anetta.
Oh, thank you.
I love your analytic mind.
My mind sometimes just goes like this, you know. So can you relate to a certain belief that was an influence? I know one thing that growing up in the Philippines, we have a lot of beliefs that was influenced, and we took it. One of them I remember. We believe in little fairies. We call them encantados. It's they're well, the translation is little fairies, but um, they're like these beings that have power, that have all these things, and if you're nice to them, they'll show you where the treasure is. look,
Wow.
look at your eyes. So, um, so yes, this is my sister. No, wait. So my niece. Yes, my niece. Mainly childhood. Yes, it is so true. So when you throw hot water or when you throw water out, you always say something. In my language, where the region that we're from, we say, tabi tabi. You know,
Which means
it means excuse me or move out the way kind of thing, so you won't get so. Um, and I found myself doing that, even kind of, like out of habit, out of influence, out of, so that's what I did. Um, so there's these certain things, but what are some of the beliefs? And that was just, a childhood thing, right? I want to talk about adulthood. What are some of the influences that was given to you, that you took it and you believed it?
as an adult, you're saying? As an
Yes,
adult?
yes.
Hmm. Well, there can be many, really.
Hmm. Let's just name one. One is good.
Rhonda, do you want to go first? Or
Well, the very first one that came to mind had to do with relationships.
Hmm.
So I grew up in a two-parent household. So one of the beliefs that I had and my get came from my aunts and my grandmother and her sisters, um, was that there was a particular role. Everybody had their roles, and I believed that. The man had his role, and the mom had her role, and the children had their roles, and you find yourself playing a role even as an adult. Um, and then I'm a middle child, so that had its own
Hmm.
separate set of roles. So it was very interesting. I believed that growing up, and then, it dawned on me that that's just somebody's concept, that's somebody's idea. It wasn't real. But it's
Hmm.
interesting how far you can take like that middle child role into adulthood, right? How far you can take that family dynamic role into adulthood and find it doesn't really have to be that way,
Hmm.
and with that birth order thing, that's just when you came. That doesn't carry any weight. That's just when you got here, right?
Right.
But it's a while to come out of it.
Yeah, it's like the last child syndrome.
Oh,
You know,
the la-
the belief of the last child is always spoiled.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's some
or
truth
the
to that.
only child. Well, all of us are spoiled in some capacity, but I think the parent just got too old to.
They got tired.
They just got tired
They
the
were just
last one.
tired.
Like,
Not the last one. They got tired.
yeah. So So what about you, Stefania? Has anything triggered?
Yeah, well, I think beliefs can be, you can be influenced by people's beliefs,
Mm-hmm.
definitely shape the way you behave if you allow it to. So I think as an adult, and as you move on through life and just get wiser, you learn to identify whether they're your beliefs or other people's beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, looking back at my life, I can see where some beliefs have influenced me because I've allowed it to, and then look back to think, oh my God, why did I even allow myself to believe that? Because
Mm-hmm.
I was influenced by, whether it be, close people in my life, family relationships, um, partnerships, or even just friendships, from friendships that you haven't known people for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a very, I don't know whether you call it a curse or a gift of being very, they say a little naive. And I tend to believe everything people say because, and it's not I'm believing their beliefs, but I can easily be influenced, or I have been able, no, I should say, rephrase that. I have been influenced very easily. And that's a pattern that I have had to really work on to break. And, that has been a challenge for me because I'm just so, uh, what's the word? I think, well, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't try and mislead anyone with a belief because I care for them or I have a good intent for everybody. Why would they do it to me, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I can see how beliefs, with people, we can easily take them on and make them our own without even realizing it. And, we have to be
Without.
really careful. Yeah, we have to be really careful because this is a form of, hypnotic type techniques, and if it's not done with good intention, you can really lead someone down the wrong path.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I practice hypnosis and I'm a certified hypnotherapist, my intention is to, it's a good intention for the better of that person that I'm, that client that I'm with, or anybody that I'm with, even the words that I speak. So this has been really interesting for me, and how beliefs, and how, if we talk about my younger years, a child, the beliefs of my parents, things that were instilled things that were instilled in me by teachers, people of higher, I guess, status. But as you grow up, as you get older, as you get wiser, you start believing more on what's in here and tapping into that. And when you can tap into that, I think you are able to identify, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you're able to identify what where that belief is coming from, if it's your truth or if it's somebody else's truth.
Yeah, yeah. We have Denise here. She's a good friend of mine. Okay. Um, Beliefs or patterns from family members, and that is so true. We just take it. We
Hmm.
don't we don't we don't really sit down and um, take a look at it, or um even put some thought into it, right?
No.
We don't. We don't. Is there something in your background, Stefania, that they're building something?
Oh yeah, there's
Oh,
construction going on. Can you hear the beeping?
I kept on hearing that beeping sound. I was like, what?
Yeah. So actually, let me see. I might just see if I can tighten the window a little tighter because it's a little bit
Okay,
open.
yeah,
Just one
yeah.
second.
And so we have Charmaine here, where she says that a degree or title constitutes success. You know, if you have a master's degree, if you have a PhD, you know, corporate America beg to differ. Not necessarily that true. I believe in application, hard work equals success. That is so true. You know, I always say that. You know, when people say, "Well, I have a PhD," well, I have one too. I have a public high school diploma.
Oh, that's so funny.
PhD. Thank you very
PhD.
much. Public
Yeah,
high school diploma.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
so and we take it on. So once
Mhm.
because when we have these beliefs, when you do an inventory within yourself, and this is what this program is all about, is doing an inventory within you. See where you're at, you know, in terms of your belief system. Is that belief somebody else's?
Mhm.
Is there some truth to that? What you have come to believe? Is there some truth to it, or was it put on you and then you took it on?
I think that concept of it being put on you and then you take it on. Um, I developed as I got older this thought process of considering the source. You know, when different concepts are assigned to you, but
Mm-hmm.
when you're younger, you don't know to consider the source, or sometimes your source is your
Right.
parent. You know, they put ideas on you that's their concept of you, and you take
Yeah.
it on because you've considered the source, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
you count it as valid. Well, sometimes your parent doesn't know themselves, so how can they assign an identity, right?
Right.
But you don't know that as a child.
You don't.
You
You
don't.
don't. You don't.
You
And
don't.
you know, I love how um, you know, Tanya, she's my BFF. There are many beliefs I have to drop due to certain churches I went to.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a good topic. Oh
oh,
my. Can we go
whoa.
there?
Yes, let us go there. Thank you very much, BFF. Thank you,
Opening that
sis.
door.
Thank you, sis.
Yes.
There are many beliefs I had to drop due to certain churches I went to.
Mhm.
Aw, thank you. So let's go
Yeah.
there. Are there certain things, there certain beliefs that you had to drop? And please do tell
Mhm.
that you had to because of a certain other belief?
Mhm. Yes. So there's a concept in the group that I was in, no longer there,
Mhm,
but they have a very rigid concept of women and what they're able to do in ministry and what they're able to do in their households and what they're able to do professionally. And it's
mhm,
all very structured and rigid and limiting and very opinionated. Like,
mm,
their concept of you is you, according to them, and you have to follow that. And um, I said no on that on many levels and was always getting in trouble.
mhm.
Even had somebody tell me, "You're not supposed to usurp authority over me." I know you know that terminology.
Yes. Yes.
Right. But I remember there's an interview with Sidney Poitier, and he is from Haiti. And the population of Haiti is all one culture. So
Mhm,
he didn't know any differently from one person to the next because everyone looked the same. He didn't know he was a black male until he came to the States. I did not know a woman was considered a second class citizen until I got in the church. And I was floored. I
Mm-hmm.
was absolutely floored because that's not what I'd ever experienced. You know, you have your own prayer time and prayer life, your own relationship with God, and so when you go to people who say they believe the same thing you believe,
Mm-hmm.
you would think you would get the same response because they
Right.
say they believe the same one you believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
No.
no,
No.
no.
No. And
How did
No.
that make you feel, Rhonda? How did you react to that? Like, how did you deal with that?
For a while, it was a culture shock because I was not expecting um, I was not expecting that response. I expected to be celebrated. You know, I expected to be appreciated. I
mm-hmm.
expected what I brought to the table, ministry and
Mm-hmm.
other contributions, to be applauded. Honestly, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying, I did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I did because there were some pretty good. I mean, there were things that they took that I said and they implemented and they still use. You know, they use it with their new members, convert classes. They use it in announcements. They use it how they, address the new people or just people in general. So they
Mm-hmm.
use it, but they didn't extend the respect that goes with it, though. They just used it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you do, intellectual property kind of coverage.
Right.
They didn't do that. I'm just saying.
So, yeah, Natasha said the ability to drop or pick up beliefs serve a purpose. We have to be sure we are dropping right beliefs and picking up right ones. Um,
That's
that
true.
is that is true. It's too of a blanket statement because sometimes when we drop
Hmm.
one belief, we think it's the right one to drop, and then
Hmm.
come to find out later, we shouldn't have dropped that belief
Yeah,
because
I
we
was
get
going
more
to say.
we get more mature and more knowledge, and then the ones that we kept we should have dropped because we have a little bit more knowledge or but in a blanket statement, yes, that is true.
Well,
It does serve a purpose.
I want to say something about the right and wrong, though.
Mm-hmm.
According to who?
Yes, that's right.
According to who?
Yeah, because
Right.
you get mature, and there's certain
Yeah,
beliefs that you're just going to be different from somebody else, and yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. But
yeah.
but but I said it that way. But there's really something important with that
Mm-hmm.
because the right and wrong concept of belief is also acquired. It's acquired by our environments, our cultures, our parents, our churches. That's also an acquired concept of the right and wrong of a belief
Yes,
system. That's
yes,
also something.
yeah.
It's very
Isn't
interesting.
that a belief system as well?
It's
Isn't
very
that an
interesting. It is
influence
a belief
as
system
well?
as well.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's an influence,
Yeah.
because just like with certain religion, you know, they believe that
Hmm.
their bylaws and whatever they how they worship and what they read and what they do is the truth, is the right one, and then this
Is
one
the
believes
truth.
this is right, and this one believes this is right. Actually, we really don't know who's right until
Well,
until until it's revealed.
until it's revealed. Yeah.
Until it's revealed. Certain church climates never allow women to
Yeah.
flourish in who they are. They muzzle your creativity within yourself. You can't wear certain clothes or even hairstyles
Hmm.
because it was offensive or
Hmm.
sexual to others. This belief went from one generation to
Generation to the
another.
next,
Yes,
another or the next. Yeah,
yes.
that's true.
And that is so
That's true.
true. Parents, church, friends, their concept, pain, hurts, happiness, chaos, beliefs,
Hmm.
etc. Patterns become yours until the wake up call comes to you. What my
Hmm.
mom carried, I did also.
Hmm.
Whoa.
Ooh,
Yeah.
well, that connects to the happiness and the chaos. I like the words that she's using. They're
Yes.
great.
Yeah, yeah,
because you develop a belief system based on your experience. So in
yes,
happiness, you believe, whatever caused the happiness or connected to the happiness, that becomes a belief system. And
it
then the
does.
same thing with the chaos.
It does.
You
And
can as well with that.
I like what you said about the
Hmm.
pain and hurts, because when you're traumatized, there's an instant belief that comes
Right.
about. There's an instant belief that all men are no good,
I know. Or I'm always going to be hurt. I'm always going to
or
be
a
hurt.
certain race,
It's going to always hurt me. Right.
right?
That covers a lot of areas.
So
Hmm.
the pain now it's an influencer
Hmm.
of a belief. Is it true?
Well, that's interesting.
Mm. Oh,
How do you break a belief system with no evidence?
oh my. That's see the prerequisite and effect of breaking glass ceiling is the shattering of beliefs.
Well, well.
And I think that because of how we believe today, um, we are bombarded so much by so much information now. You
Mhm.
know, Stefania, she's all the way in Australia. Hello from down under.
Hello.
So there's so much information that's coming in. It bombards it attacks our beliefs. It attacks our what we thought we believed. Now we're getting question mark. Now so the prerequisite and effect of breaking the glass ceiling is the shattering of beliefs. So what are the beliefs that could be shattered if not exposed?
Mhm.
Because you said, how would you know if there's no evidence?
Mhm.
And do
Right.
you have to have evidence? Do you
Mm,
really do you
Mm.
really have to give evidence? Because if that's your belief and that you're in alignment with that belief, or you're
mhm.
not in alignment with that belief, who do you have to give evidence to?
Oh no, not evidence too. Evidence to change the belief system that the outcome is going to be different than what you've ever experienced.
Yeah.
If your belief system has given you this product, right?
Mhm.
But you don't like the product, you need to change it, right? But how do you know what you change it to is going to give you a different outcome when you don't have the evidence there to show you it's going to be better than what you've ever had? That's what I mean about evidence.
Right.
And
But
yet
that's
you have to do that.
right. But whether it's evidence from somebody else or whether it's evidence from a situation, it's still evidence, right? So
Mhm.
it's still something which has to connect with you. I think, if you're really in alignment with that belief, then it's yours. So it's very personal. Beliefs are very personal too, aren't they?
There.
Well, that's where it should be.
Mhm.
Beliefs should be just for you.
Right.
It's
Right.
not for anybody else because okay, let's play a game.
Oh, uh,
Wait.
you can't take
Patricia
responsibility.
said you can't take
Well,
responsibility for doing your part for those who choose not to participate.
well, I know, right? I
I'm
wish I had a
sorry.
mic. I would have dropped the mic too.
It just bounced all over the place. I'm so sorry. It made that loud noise. Yeah. So here's let's play
That's
a
good,
game.
Natasha.
Oh, that was Patricia.
No, I was reading Natasha. She says
Oh,
sometimes
Natasha. Oh, okay. Here we
stepping
go.
out, sometimes
Go ahead.
stepping out into change your belief is the only way to have evidence. Once you do it, you changed it and provided the evidence that it can be done.
Yes. And that has to be self. It can't
That
be
has to be so.
external. It can't be. Um, so we're talking about beliefs, right? Our belief systems and things like that. So, and for those of you, you can do the emoji. For those of you, how many of you believe you have two hands? Raise one hand.
Hmm.
Do you believe you have two hands? Raise one hand.
Do you have to believe that? Or do you have two hands?
Do you know it?
Yes.
You know.
So there's a difference in knowing. I don't need to believe I have two hands. I know I have two hands. I don't have to believe that I have two eyes. I have two eyes. I don't have to believe that I'm a woman. I
Yes. Well, in
am.
today's society.
I. We're not gonna go there.
Okay.
I am. Okay, how you came into this world? Okay, how you came into this world.
Okay. Okay.
So there's certain things that you don't need belief. It's a knowing.
It's a knowing.
It's just a knowing. You don't need to convince me or make me believe that my name is Zanetta.
Mm-mm.
You can talk until you're blue to the face.
Mhm.
You can say whatever you want when I have a knowing. And we're now talking about certain things that is personal, like Stefania was saying. It has to be personal. Whatever you believe in yourself, it's personal. Everybody can say so many things, but if I have a knowing within me, you can say whatever you want. Not gonna budge.
Correct.
Well, I like what
Not
you're
gonna
doing
budge.
here. There's a difference between knowing and believing. So is believing strong enough to make a change? Or
Hmm.
do you need to know to change?
So, what is belief then?
That's a good point.
We went the long way to get to
We
where I want
did, but it was a
to.
great
Okay.
journey
Yeah.
to get there. I mean,
Yes.
I loved it.
So then what is belief then? What is then belief? What is it?
Hmm. I think belief
What
opens the
believe
door
is
to knowing.
Hmm.
Hmm.
She said belief is the door is the door an open door to knowing?
Yes, it opens the door to knowing.
Opens the door to knowing.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Does it now?
I think it's a great.
So those that are listening intently and making comments, for those of you who would like to join, please put on the chat stage, STAGE, and we will bring you up to the stage and let's have a conversation. So with belief, then, is there room for doubt?
There he is. There he is.
Oh,
There is. You, you listen. I can believe I can drive a car, right?
uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I can believe I can, right? Till
Mm-hmm.
I get in the, especially if I've never driven. I've never driven a car before, but I believe I can do it,
Right.
right? But I don't really have evidence yet. I don't really know yet because I've not driven. And so that little bit of I've never done it before, that doubt,
Mm-hmm.
can I do it well? Am I
Mm-hmm.
going to run into the car in front of me, or am I going to run into the curb or mix my feet up? You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's the gas, that's the brake.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little doubt there until you actually do it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then you know you can
Then
because
you
you've
know.
actually,
Yes.
then you know.
Yes. Let me see what Patricia had said here. Someone can tell you no to your beliefs. However, when you
Yes,
know, you know.
you know.
Yes. When you
absolutely?
know, you know. So let's talk about belief. So what is it really? What's the I'm trying to get there without saying it. How do we get to the belief? how do we get there? Because when we know, we don't need. We don't need convincing, right? We don't need to.
Right.
So, what about belief? Stefania.
Well, I think beliefs are, like we said earlier, if we go way back into our childhood, particularly between, the ages of 0 to 8, a lot of our mindset, a lot of our, all these message units that have been placed in our subconscious mind have been placed there by, influential people, whether it's your parents or whether it's your guardian, people that you grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
So they have become beliefs for you because particularly between the ages of 0 to 8, you don't know any other way. And if you have parents or guardians that are looking after you, whatever they say, whatever they believe in is sacred to you because they're caring for you. So they must know, they know more than what you do. Okay. So that becomes your belief system. That becomes what you believe to be true. Now, as you get older, and particularly from the age of 8 to 17, and onwards, we're creating and forming our analytical mind, which is the questioning, why, decision making, willpower, questioning, analytical mind, wanting to know why, what, and how.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are those that develop that at a great speed or develop it to a what's the word? In a way that it just keeps growing. There are others that don't. So therefore, they remain to believe what has been, infiltrated in them. Then there are those that grow to tap into themselves, to learn that knowing, to connect with self, connect with that inner spirit. And that's what I was talking to you, what I was saying earlier about that knowing, that inside part. When you connect with that, I think then there is a separation of what we believe in as to what we know. And like Patricia said, it doesn't matter what people believe, and they may say to you, well, this is the way it is, I believe in this. Well, hang on a minute. That may be your belief or your knowing, whatever you want to call it, but this is my knowing. This is what I know to be true. This is what is in alignment with myself. And when you get to know who you are and you get to know the power that you have within you, no one can buck that. No one can bend that. No one can move you because you are really deeply rooted. And it's not ego, because if you do it in a humbling way, you do it in a way that you are, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's through growth. It's through just that personal development, And then your knowing may be different to someone else. So it can be debatable continually. We can continue debating this because we've just got to respect that what is my knowing may not be your knowing, may not be Rhonda's knowing. So once we accept that, then everything is okay. Which I just got a light bulb moment then.
I saw it when it happened.
So yeah, it's that accepting
Yes.
of one another, of each other's beliefs, of each other's knowing. There's no right, there is no wrong. There is just this peaceful acceptance of each and every one of us. And that is the secret sauce. That is the magic in relationships. That is the growth. And as I'm saying this is giving me like goosebumps right through my body. Thank you, Zanetta.
And so go ahead, Rhonda, read it.
Now, the word that, well, I'll read the comment first. A lot of patterns, pain, hurt, chaos, etc. we carry, and it's not even ours. We've been taught to carry things that don't even belong to us. Yet the patterns become a strong part of our lives. Many have not had a chance to live their life without carrying someone else's stuff.
Mm.
It kind of connects to that when you said
Because
infiltrate.
because what? We've accepted it.
We've accepted it.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
the
like
acceptance.
Stefania's words though. It's
Mhm.
infiltrate.
Yes, infiltrate. Yes.
hmm It means
Yeah.
there's a breakthrough of someone else's thoughts and ideas and concepts and perception
Mm-hmm.
into yours. It's an
Mm-hmm.
infiltration.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
That's what
Mm.
caught my attention. It's like infiltrate. That's a great word.
Yes. So isn't
Mhm.
that now now when you look at the word, what is your belief system? Now if when I ask that question, where does your mind go now? Where does it go? It goes now inner.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
what have I been believing that actually infiltrated, that I accepted,
Mhm.
that it's a pattern of pain, hurt, chaos of somebody else
Else.
that I'm now carrying because I've accepted it. And now
Mhm.
I'm carrying this belief.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that not tearing down a glass ceiling? Oh,
That is shattering,
shattering
Right.
it.
shattering some glasses. Yeah,
Shattering.
yes. Because when I
Mhm.
was talking to someone, I was talking to a complainant. You know, I was doing the interview, so I have a lot of people that I interview, and this individual just had this belief. I was like, wow, that is a strong belief of something. The more I try to explain a little bit, the stronger that grip
Mhm.
was. So I saw the hurt, the pain, the chaos that had infiltrated
Mhm.
and just latched on, and this individual accepted it
Yeah.
and took it on as their belief. So it's wow, it's a so how do we stop the infiltration when we don't believe what they believe, but it
It still
still
got in.
got in?
Wow.
That's good. Just let that sit for a minute.
So
That's
so
good.
how
That's good.
okay, so how do we stop the infiltration? So there's this thing that I believe, yeah, no, I know, because you can rewind this video
Right.
and you can hear uh, Rhonda saying that the only way is truth. The truth will always prevail. The
Mhm.
truth will always come out. The
Mhm.
truth will always stand out. It will always
Mhm.
cry. It will always, shout and scream and say, "Hey, I'm here.
Mhm. I'm here.
I'm here." um, so when other people's beliefs, because okay, so and this is a habit of everyone, not just certain people in certain gender.
Mhm.
It's a habit, because we've got it from our childhood, we heard it from our parents, we heard it from our siblings, because those are the first heartaches that we heard.
Right.
The first heartache of big brother, the first heartache of big sis, or the heartache of mom and the heartache of dad. So we're hearing conversations and we don't realize what they're saying is infiltrating.
Mhm.
Well, you always do this to me. Now that's a hyperbole. You're hyperboling. Always. No, it's not true.
Right.
It's not. You
Right.
always. You always get mad at me. No.
Mhm. Right.
That is
Right.
not true. Or,
Right.
oh, I know what you were doing. I know what you were doing out there. No, you didn't. No, you
No, you
don't.
don't. No, you don't.
Because you were not there to see it. You were not there to experience it. So there's certain things that we assume in our
Yes.
minds
Mhm.
that we say automatically, oh, she didn't call me back, or he didn't call me back. How come he's not texting me? That's a big thing.
Mhm.
That's My husband is like that. And yes, he's gonna watch this, and yes, I'm gonna say it. What are you doing? How come you're not responding? Where's my gorgeousness? What I'm like, I was in the shower. I can't take the phone with me.
Right.
Are you ignoring me? No. So there's
Mhm.
certain things that are in our minds because of what we heard
Mhm.
from other people.
Mhm.
And we take on that belief, don't we?
Mhm.
We take on that
That's
mentality.
interesting.
We take it on. We take on that mentality without even knowing that it infiltrated
Mhm.
until somebody says, how do you know? How do you know that's what they did? How do you know that
Right.
that's what they're thinking? How do you know? So ask questions. How do you stop infiltration?
Mhm.
Ask questions. Is this true?
Mhm.
Is this coming from me, or is this coming from somebody else? Is the
Mhm.
person talking hurt,
Mhm.
speaking hurt? Because we
Mhm.
can hear hurt when
Yeah.
somebody's talking, don't we?
Mhm. Yeah.
That's
Yeah. You said something interesting that I thought of as you were speaking. That sometimes because of that hurt that has clogged our ears and kind of impacted our perception, we're not even responding to the person in front of us.
no
We're responding to the hurt,
hurt.
that person, that place, that thing, that time. So you're not even responding to that person.
Yes, yes,
So
yeah,
very
and that's where uh, you have to really, like what Stefania said earlier, and I can't stress it enough. It has to be an inner thing.
mhm,
It has to be. You have to take that mirror and look at yourself.
mhm.
Do I have a belief system, or do I have a knowing?
Mm, well, mm, well, well,
Don't let no one brainwash you to believe what they want you
you do.
to believe.
Yeah. Amen.
Yes. You know the
Yeah.
term the term brainwash, if you just look at that terminology, brainwash,
Mm,
they're washing away your own identity, your knowing. So they're washing that away so that they can put theirs in
but they don't just leave it washed.
there. No, they do.
Oh,
No, they
No,
don't leave it washed.
no,
They
no.
then
They
add
they they
a
they
input.
they take
Mhm.
up residency.
They take up,
yes.
yes.
Only
Mhm.
if you let them.
Only
Only
if
if
you
you
let them.
Only if you let them.
yeah.
Have you ever spoken? And I know, as a kid, I'm like, mom, oh my God, mom, oh my God, mom. And then you find yourself saying the same thing that your mom would say.
Mhm.
And then you'll say, oh my God, I'm turning into my mom.
Mm. I'm starting to look like my mom. I have her mannerisms. I'm like, she's 79. And
I,
I'm like, I'm becoming my mother. It's like that commercial. It's like, I can't
yes,
stop you from becoming your parents.
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. That is so true. I'm a spitting image of my mom, and her
Mhm.
laugh. My laugh is identical to my mom. So whenever I laugh, they're like, "Oh my God, you laugh like my sister," or when my aunts hear me laugh,
Yeah.
or they, yeah. And but when my mom would say something, I was like, oh, I dreaded it as a kid.
Yeah.
I did it when she said that, and I was a kid, but now I'm saying it. So did that infiltrate?
Hmm.
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 Oh,
Yeah.
she said it happens a lot in churches.
That I think she's referring to the brainwashing.
Yeah, yes, yes, yes. Look, it's not only in the espionage, in the spy world. It's also in the church world.
Okay. Right. Ooh, Natasha
Yes, go ahead.
is bringing up the concept of gaslighting. So,
Mm.
quoting the definition, gaslighting is a technique that undermines a person's perception of reality. When someone is gaslighting you, you may second guess yourself, your memories, and your perceptions.
I'm gonna be
Hmm.
so vulnerable and so transparent and so truthful right now. I really didn't know what the word gaslighting meant. I've heard it several times. Oh, you were gaslighting, or I was being gaslit. I didn't even know what that meant.
Yeah.
So I just listened to what they were saying, and I still didn't know. And I didn't have the urge to look it up. But
Yeah.
thank you, Natasha. Now I know what gaslighting is. So wow, um, wow,
Wow.
it's a technique.
It's a technique.
People actually do this.
Yeah, they do. They do. There's a saying when I was growing up, you can catch somebody doing something, catch them in the act of it, and they'll say, "Are you going to believe your eyes? Are you going to believe what I'm saying to you? Are you going to believe your lying eyes?" Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. It's used to describe
A
narcissists.
narcissist.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
look, that's a different terminology for me. I am so okay.
yeah, yeah. But
Gaslight.
it's designed to keep you off balance. Like you didn't see what you thought you saw, you didn't think what you thought you thought. Right? It's to keep you always second guessing yourself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that? Okay, here goes my mind. Wouldn't that? Hmm. Ah. Hmm.
Just say it. Just say it.
Gosh.
Say
Okay.
it.
Wouldn't that be a question of the person who's being gaslit?
Hmm.
That's right, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm
Yeah.
being gaslit, I'm the one who's, let me see, what was that terminology again? I'm the one uh, being undermined of the perception, and I'm second guessing myself because of what they're, right?
Hmm.
So wouldn't that say something about me that I need to do about me?
Hmm. Absolutely.
Wouldn't that put a question mark? It's sometimes we put
Only
so
if you
much
know they're
emphasis
doing
on the
it.
narcissist. I think sometimes we put so much emphasis on the narcissist that we don't put emphasis on the person who is in front of the narcissist.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because then it's
Yeah.
question. I'm questioning then, if you gonna tell me, make me believe something else that I'm seeing with my two eyes, that I heard with my two ears, that I'm here right
Hmm.
now, and you saying no,
Hmm.
oh, there's something wrong with you.
Hmm.
What you talking about? You gonna gaslight? Oh, now I'm gonna use that terminology. You're not gonna gaslight me. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, new terminology. All right. Okay. Uh, Stefania, go ahead and read that.
Hmm. Okay.
Can you get it,
Yeah. So this is
Tasha?
Natasha. Not everything is about what you let someone do. Some things happen without knowing. I thought I could not bake cookies until my sister said, "You've been baking cookies since you were 11 years old." gaslighting. Oh,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Wow.
oh. Well, that's a no. That no woof.
Wow.
Okay, it's a form of control. Yeah. Yeah, see,
Wow.
yeah, I lost my memories, my childhood, my abilities due to trauma. My beliefs were shambled. Okay. Um, yeah, trauma does tend to do that. Um, I lost my memories, my childhood, my abilities. What's that? Did I put the same thing on there?
yes.
Okay, there we go. But when you know better, you do better, sometimes because of life experiences or even your self worth isn't where it should be. You tolerate more than you should.
Hmm.
I think I skipped something. It happens every
Every day.
day.
It does.
Oh my.
Mm.
Isn't that something? So, ladies,
Mm.
what's your belief system?
So I just want to add to that,
Yes.
all that. I want to just say, so it all goes back to knowing thyself.
Yes.
It all goes back to knowing yourself, loving yourself, being connected with yourself, and just, you know, sitting with that, whether
Mhm.
it's silence, whether it's, meditation, whether it's in whatever form, and really being in alignment with who you are and your truth,
Mhm.
and in acceptance of everyone else's truth in the meantime,
Right.
because that is part of it as well. Because when you're in acceptance of that, then you're sitting right with yourself as well.
Yes.
But we can't I mean, we're saying it, but I think the truth, sometimes we put a pretty face on truth, but the truth, the good, the bad, and the ugly is what's necessary. The all of it,
Oh yeah.
all of it, and accept all of it
Mm-hmm.
about yourself. And then you develop worth. Because I saw a mention of self worth, and that also comes from a belief system. If your self worth is low, that
Mhm.
comes from a belief system. Um, you have to get to a point where you can accept the totality of yourself, good, bad, and ugly. Somebody else's concept of you is none of your business.
Amen. I like
That's
that.
Yeah.
their business.
Mhm.
Don't put a
Yeah.
judgment on the truth about you. There's no
Yeah.
judgment on that.
Right. Right.
You accept it.
Yes.
And then once you accept it, you can gain the worth of it.
Yeah.
Then build around that.
Then build. Then build upon it.
Then build upon it.
Yes. Strengthen it,
Yes.
then build upon it.
Then build on it.
Yes. Knowing yourself and loving yourself had to come from a healthy home environment as a child.
That was toxic waste. My home
Well,
environment was so toxic. Lord have
you,
mercy.
you know,
It was poison.
but like what Natasha said earlier, all of this has to happen. It's there's a purpose for everything. For that, so that when you don't have this, when you don't have the healthy home environment as a child, as a child, and when you're growing up, and there's something wrong.
Mhm.
You know within
Mhm.
yourself. That's why when a child, they're all you haven't even done anything because
Right,
they know
right.
it's wrong.
Mhm.
So that's it's a learning. It's a classroom. You're always in a classroom of life. You're learning, and with my granddaughter, she was, and I've told this story to other individuals already, because I saw it. I saw it with my eyes. I heard it with my ears. And I was just standing there so proud and so, she was explaining to me because she's in Girl Scouts, and she was explaining to me how their meeting went. So they're doing a CEO cookie, so they're planning their business. So they're CEOs.
Mhm.
And Kazi is the one who does the business plan. So she does all of the, what the goals are. And she was just telling me, and she was so proud of it, and just telling me in so much confidence. And mom, this is what we're gonna do, and mom, this is this, and mom, and this is that, and that, and she was just going through it fluidly. And then she said, "Mom, do you like how I did this?" And it hit me like a brick. How did you go from this confident to now I need your validation? Now, can you say that this is pretty? I said, what did I tell you about that baby girl? Oh, that's right. I remember. That's right, baby girl. You created that. You created a masterpiece. Don't let anybody else tell you anything different.
Mhm.
She said, yes, it's beautiful, isn't it? I said, yes, it is.
Mhm.
So that transition, so because of my trauma, because of my childhood not having a healthy home environment, I'm not creating one for someone else so that they can be able to take that, and now it's going to be perpetuated instead of what we got.
I know, right?
Instead of what we got.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mm.
If you aren't true to
Anything.
yourself, are you true to your beliefs?
Mm.
That's a rhetorical question. Don't answer. No, I'm playing. But it's
Mm.
true. How can, if you aren't true to yourself, if you're not truthful to yourself? Because okay, so here we we know when there's still something there. So we just
Mm.
accept it. We accept it as whatever it is, it's truth. But there's still something there. That's why there's a difference between knowing and believing.
Yeah, that whole concept of needing validation, I still have that as a thought that I work through because of being undermined so much.
Mm.
Um, and then to not be appreciated for the way my mind works,
Mm-hmm.
to be made, um, I don't know, you can't make someone feel self conscious, but it's always um, picked on,
Mm-hmm.
not highlighted in a healthy way.
Mm.
It's always something.
Mm.
It's always something. So to now be in front of executives and people fly in from other parts of the country,
Mm-hmm.
um, to hear me speak, which is sometimes like, really, y'all
Mm-hmm.
came for me.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
yeah. I can
sometimes.
I can relate to what you're saying. And before I used to just be quiet. I just just because they kept on saying to me, Zanetta, why you always got to be deep?
Oh,
So I'm like, I didn't think I was being deep. I think I was just being at the surface.
yes, I
I
get that
haven't
a
gone
lot.
deep yet.
I get that a lot. I
I haven't
do. I
gone deep
understand.
yet. Wait until I really go deep. I'm at the surface. So they were saying, well, why you always got to be deep? So I kept on, I just kept quiet until finally I said, you know what? We're gonna go deep because I'm gonna take I have an extra scuba gear. Let's go.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
have an answer for you now. You know,
Mm.
you, you know, I, why? Oh,
Mhm.
see, you there you go, going deep. Yep, here's an
Yep.
extra gear.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep. I would get that all the time. Yep. I
Yeah.
would.
There are patterns to healthy growth. Yes. She needed your assurance at this time. Yes. Because of that healthy validation, she will stand strong later in life, loving herself and knowing herself. Yes, indeed. And I want to welcome and say hi to Leslie Bell, who is watching from YouTube.
Hi, Leslie.
Hello, Leslie.
What is VOH? I don't know what that means.
I have no idea.
FYI. Yeah. So, belief system. Do you now have a different perspective of belief system?
Mm.
Well,
Well.
well,
Deep, yes, I get that a lot, Zanetta, because what I believe in, I fought to believe, and I am assured in it through the evidence I created by believing.
Mm.
Yes. So belief actually must come from
mhm,
self first, right?
right,
Because when we hear something or when we see something, I don't believe that.
right, right.
No, 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 I don't believe that unless, because I used to say this a lot, unless God appears his hand and starts writing, Zanetta, this is what it is, I am not going to believe it because it has to come from inner. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Because it has to come from you first.
Because your beliefs will be tested.
Mm-hmm.
So if it came from outside of you, it won't stand the test. And
Yes,
what is the test? Something that's contrary to what you believe.
yes,
And it will be tested. Can you hold on to that? If that's what you really believe,
Mm.
you hold on to it. If it
yeah,
isn't, it's not going to make it.
yes. And Denise said it really good. I will protect my belief system a lot more. Hmm. Yes, go, Rhonda.
Go, Rhonda.
Yes. So now we can sing, "Help me, Rhonda,
Help
help,
me, Rhonda.
help me, Rhonda."
You think that was the first time I heard that? No.
So, ladies, we have been at 1 hour and 12 minutes. That went by quick.
Wow.
Ooh.
Not like the week that came for Friday.
Right.
Well,
And this went fast.
except for Miss Stefania there, it came quickly.
Yeah. This is a great
We're 16
discussion.
hours ahead, remember?
Oh,
So
yes,
everything's fast
Everything's fast.
or
Yeah.
faster.
This is a great discussion.
Yeah, I loved it.
Very, very good.
Isn't it?
Yeah. So the next one is going to be Rhonda.
Yeah.
Yay! Are we
Yay.
still good with the dates? I gotta take a look at the dates because we're getting closer
Come
and
to
closer. Oh,
Christmas.
it's the 17th, so we're good.
Right, because it's the day after.
Yes, it's the day after your birthday.
It is.
So woohoo! We are gonna celebrate one.
Celebrate. We're
We
going to
are going to
celebrate
celebrate Rhonda.
Rhonda's birthday.
Yes,
Yay.
yes. So I just ask that everyone, if you could, subscribe to the YouTube, Redefine Me, and also to Twitter, Instagram, and all of that. Natasha said happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
And like, share, and follow our Fun Fresh Fridays. These are the topics that we talk about. We talk about things that can help you grow and make you think and not get gaslit.
Yes, lit.
I have to incorporate what I've learned. So
Right, not get gas lit.
Right? The 17th is my
Oh,
baby Hope's birthday. Oh,
oh
she turns
yeah.
3.
She
Oh
turns
my
3.
gosh, Natasha.
Wow.
Remember when she just
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
wow.
Happy
Shout
birthday, Hope. And have an amazing
Thank you.
birthday. That's from Tanya.
Thank you very much, Miss Tanya.
Yes. So thank
Yes.
you for all of you that have stayed on with us and had participated and chatted. Thank you so much. You make this show just a good place to just have a conversation and get a little bit stronger, a little bit wiser, uh, and help those that didn't grow up in a healthy, loving home environment as a child to experience it in adulthood.
It's all possible. It's all possible, right?
Oh man.
Well, I had to use the right, I
We gaslit.
gaslit. 17 is a power number. Yes, it
Mhm.
is. Great subject. Yes.
Yes.
So, if you notice, most of our subjects are in the lines of the power of. Um,
Mhm.
so, it give you power to give you a little bit more strength, a little bit more courage, and a little bit more, give you a little bit more break. Give yourself a break,
Give yourself a break.
just a little bit more. Give yourself a pat on the back. Give
Mhm.
yourself that that whoo, high five. We
Mhm.
are doing great, we are doing wonderful. S-
Mhm.
keep on going, keep on getting stronger.
Mhm.
So, beautiful ladies, allow your weekends to be all you need it to be. Oh
Aw, thank you.
yes,
Thank you, Denise.
yes.
I need some sleep, so we're gonna let that be.
I wish I can get some sleep, but I have some girls coming over for a birthday party.
Oh yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes. I
Uh,
your strength.
oof. Control over the powers that be. Yes.
Mhm.
All right. Well, give our last, give our last thoughts, last advice, aha moments or takeaways, and take it away, Stefania.
Well, mine's going to be short and sweet. And my message is know thyself.
Mhm.
Yes.
Know thyself.
Not believe thyself, but know thyself,
I
right?
know. Mhm.
Know thyself.
Know thyself.
No.
Wanda.
I'm gonna end up with where I started. It all starts with the truth, and then you build on top of that.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, with me, I learned something tonight.
Gaslit. Yes.
I got a little bit more wisdom, a little bit more knowledge, and yeah, don't get gaslit.
I can't believe you didn't know that, Zanetta.
Yeah,
Really?
I did not know.
I was blown away when you said that. I thought you were kind of like joking at first, but you really
No, I am so dead serious.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a
Yeah,
term used a lot in
yeah,
Yeah.
relationships, like
yeah. So
narcissism and narcissistic behavior. And yeah, so it's very, very popular.
yeah, wow. Um, you know, I only use the word gaslit like a gaslit fire, gaslit stove, gaslit,
Mhm.
fireplace. The appropriate
Right.
word
Yeah.
for an object.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
actually like um, a new word also, phone fobbing. When have you heard of that new term? It's phone fob.
What's it called?
Phone fobbing is when you are on the phone in front of someone else and you're fobbing them off, like you're just not giving them any attention.
Oh.
So that's another term that's really popular when you're on a date and you're being phone fobbed.
Oh, I just thought that was being ignored. I didn't know they had a term.
Yeah, there's a term. It's a bit like gaslighting, gaslit.
Phone fobbing.
Phone fob.
Yeah,
Fobbing.
I don't think I want to use that terminology because I might say the wrong thing because it sounds like
Don't
something
do
else.
it. Don't do it.
It sounds too close to that other word.
Don't do it. Oh my
You're like, what
goodness.
is it? What was it again? Phone
Fobbing. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, so see, it's not only me. See, Natalie didn't know it either. So good, there's two of us. Awesome. Only using it can make gaslighting funny.
Oh, it is. So fubbing is the act of snubbing someone you're
Yeah.
talking with in person in favor of your phone. It
Right.
is a real thing.
I told you.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Phone fobbing.
goodness.
Oh,
They put fubbing or phone fubbing, to be a
Oh.
bit more.
Tanya
Yes,
said,
yes.
I was thinking the same thing. Only I can make gaslighting funny.
Phone fobbing.
Gosh, yeah. Yes. But thank you for that. I really appreciate that, Natasha, for educating me, and Stefania for phone fubbing.
Fubbing.
I can't say that with a straight face.
Hey,
Oh,
if you share that with Jeff, he may feel that you're fobbing him, but on a different way. You're not answering the phone. No, don't go there. Oh my.
I can hear Jeff say something. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Oh yes. Okay. One word of knowledge today is our word of knowledge today is phone fubbing. The more you know. Tune in to Fun Fresh Fridays for you to get some more terminologies that you might not have never known that ever existed. Like me, I didn't know that was gaslighting.
Yes.
That was and phone fubbing. Oh, this has been great.
When our cheeks are workout and our abs are workout too.
Yes. Yes. So this has been great. Until next time, ladies, I really thank you and appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, much love. Bye-bye.
Bye.